Our study here at SeaWorld, where we're developing the technique to actually record the electrocardiogram and look at heart rate, it will be beneficial to the veterinarians. The suction cup technology and the electrodes that we're developing will aid them in to be able to attach these onto whales and assess them in different situations. By recording the electrocardiogram and the heart rate of these animals while they're resting and undisturbed in these situations, it provides a baseline for these animals that the veterinarians can use to evaluate in different situations. Eventually we will be applying this technology to animals much larger or equivalent size in the wild, and these include pilot whales, even blue whales and fin whales. That's the real goal of our research, is to develop the technique to be able to record the electrocardiogram in these large animals. The importance of being able to understand heart rate in the wild is severalfold. Certainly, if an animal is beached and they're being evaluated for their health, it's first good to know what the heart rate of an animal that large is, what the normal heart rate is, and what the normal electrocardiogram looks like. So that's one thing. The second area where this can be used is the direction that we're going in, is to try to evaluate what is causing stress and other problems in these whales when they encounter different stress exposures in the wild. And these include exposure to sound and boat traffic. By monitoring the electrocardiogram and the heart rate of whales that are in normal activities versus those that are fleeing ship noise and such, we can then evaluate what the physiological responses and the stress responses are of these whales that will help us to mitigate the problem.
We chose Corky as the animal. She's very comfortable with most husbandry behaviors, enjoys partaking in her own health care. So we slowly started to desensitize her or condition her to the suction cups, like touching with our hands, slowly touching with the suction cups, eventually getting it to where we could place them on her and then extending that period of time. We can do a variety of different things with her, so that way while we're getting the research, she's also having fun and enjoying it. She's super calm with it. We want it to be totally non-stressful, and we've spent a lot of time creating that. She seems to really enjoy actually partaking in it.
Hi everyone, I'm trainer Jacqueline, and I'm here with my dolphin friends, Sandy, Malibu, and Captain. Today we're here to tell you a little bit more about how we train our dolphins. Here at SeaWorld we use operant conditioning with positive reinforcement. That simply said just means when the dolphins do something correct, we show them by giving them something that they like in return. This could be fish, this could be a rub down, some playtime, or even some toys. All these different things are reinforcers that help us convey our message.
Hi, I'm Julie Scardina, Animal Ambassador for SeaWorld and Busch Gardens. We were recently asked, my child saw your animals at a school presentation earlier this year. Is it humane to take animals out of the parks for things like this? The safety and well-being of our animals and guests are the priorities when we travel. Our team of zoo professionals stay with the animals 24/7 when traveling. The goal of taking our animals into the community is to educate and inspire people to care for animals. Very few people have the opportunity to watch a bird like a scarlet ibis fly, experience the softness of an otter's paw, or smell a penguin's fishy breath. As part of our outreach program, we travel with a variety of animals all over the country. When we attend large public events, visit schools, TV studios, or hospitals, we provide animals with a variety of activities and places to spend their time. For a bird, it might be a choice of a perch or the trainer they know best. For an otter, a pool, a walk on a leash, play, or snuggle time. These options provide the animals variety, stimulation, and companionship throughout the visit. These animals have strong relationships with their trainers and are trained for all aspects of travel using positive reinforcement, which is why they are comfortable in often unique settings. Our animal ambassadors recognize their kennels and are comfortable traveling in them. The kennels have appropriate perches and other materials for comfort. The animals regard their kennels as a safe and relaxing place in which to travel. Our animal ambassador visits can inspire excitement for the amazing natural world we share with some of the coolest animals on Earth.
A lot of people ask me, does Tilikum spend his days alone? Absolutely not. Tilikum spends a whole lot of time with Trua, his grandson. These guys play a lot together. And actually, right now, they're going to go get a couple of their toys. So guests at SeaWorld might see Tilikum swimming in front of our large underwater viewing panels. They might see him playing with toys. They might see him in a show. Or they might see him at rest. Because you see, like all animals, killer whales do rest. When the public interacts with Tilikum behind those large panels of glass, that's one thing. But the shows are when they really get engaged, because he sends so much 55-degree salt water into their laps that there's nothing else for them to do but engage with Tilikum the killer whale.
Hi everyone, Trainer Missy here at Shamu Stadium. One of the questions we got is, how is baby Amaya doing? She's doing awesome. She's just under 8 months old. She has all of her teeth. She's just starting to explore and eat fish, but she's still nursing for mom. Some of the fun things she really enjoys right now are, one, playing with her trainers. She really loves bucket pours with water, and she also loves kelp, and one of her most favorite things is playing with her Uncle Makani.
Get it, Leah.
Probably. Oh, there it is.
She's like, let me have that, Mom.
Got it.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, you get it. Good shot. Whoa, my.
Here she is.
I gotta gobble it all up. I gotta get it. That one. I'm gonna get this one. Oh, there's more.
She's like, so many, I don't know which one to get. She's also mimicking the behaviors that the other whales are doing. Show your baby.
Let me see that tongue. Let me see it. There it is.
Amaya is also participating in her own health care. We've been able to ultrasound her to test her blubber thickness and also get measurements on her weekly. Some other really cool things that Amaya is starting to learn and do is you're gonna see she always seems to enjoy her trainers rubbing her down. She's very sensitive to touch, just like the other whales, but she seems to really enjoy that right now. Make sure you come by and say hello to Amaya and her family.
There's been a lot of unfair criticism about SeaWorld these days, and it has a lot of people asking questions, which I totally get. So today what we're here to do is to try to answer one of those key questions that almost everybody has about our killer whales. So the question comes from Kylie on Twitter, and Kylie asks, PETA says killer whales in the wild live 30 to 50 years on average, but your whales have an average lifespan of only 9 years. Is that true? Kylie, firstly, thank you for asking the question. And I gotta tell you, it's absolutely not true. But you don't just have to take our word for it. Some of the best marine mammal researchers in the world work for the federal government at the Alaska Fisheries Science Center. You know what they found? That killer whales that live at SeaWorld live just as long as killer whales in the wild. In fact, one of the authors of that report told the Wall Street Journal, quote, "Survival in the wild is comparable to survival in captivity." That doesn't happen by accident. The reason our killer whales are living long lives, thriving and healthy here at SeaWorld is because of the comprehensive healthcare program that we can provide for them.
Yeah, so let's just switch over to Trua so we can push that.
Really just been monitoring her for hormonal activity to see if she's cycling normally, but health-wise, everything has looked really normal.
Let's just look at her prunes. So
Every single day, SeaWorld vets and animal care staff do a thorough examination of every whale. We may measure the whale to see what their pattern of growth is. We may collect body weights from the whales. The veterinarians will check urine, will collect cells from their airway. We can culture those things, look under a microscope, and look for trends in the health of that individual whale.
And then how much serum are we banking? As much as we can get?
As much as we can get. That way we
Okay.
have lots of serum banked for all the researchers that are coming along and wanting serum.
Okay, we collect bloods from all of our killer whales. We can identify subtle changes in their blood results that will give us a hint as to whether a killer whale is beginning to become sick. And then we can intervene early and stave off the illness altogether.
Yeah, I've been able to upload it into his record. This eye looked great. It looked completely normal.
All of these tests allow us to very, very closely monitor the health of each and every single killer whale. And that's why we're here. That's why we've got the largest killer whale care staff in the world. I'm a veterinarian, and just like doctors, we veterinarians take an oath. I wouldn't work here if I wasn't able to give these whales the world-class care they deserve. So don't believe what PETA and Blackfish are saying. Our killer whales live lives just as long as killer whales in the wild. We hope that answers your question, Kylie, and thank you very much for asking it. We know you love killer whales, and boy, I'll tell you, We love killer whales too. So please keep those questions coming. We're eager to answer every single one.
Hi, my name is Kristen. I'm one of the killer whale trainers here at SeaWorld of Orlando. We get the question a lot, how is Tilikum doing? Well, actually, the truth is he is doing great. He does a variety of different interactions every single day, including shows, playtimes, and interacting with enrichment devices. He spends a lot of time with his grandson, Trua, who is 9 years old. In fact, in this video clip here today, you can see him and Trua playing together.
Hi, I'm Tanner. Another question that we've received on Ask SeaWorld is, why do we call tricks behaviors? Well, a lot of the things that you see our killer whales doing here in the park are actually behaviors that they would exhibit in the wild. Things like sliding out into the shallow areas, spy hopping, and breaching are all things that wild killer whales do to scratch an itch or communicate with each other or catch their prey.